So you want to make more money from your chickens. You've probably been selling eggs at $3 a dozen, but you're not seeing enough profit. Even though we love our feathered friends, let's face the facts. Raising poultry is expensive, and at the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, was it really cheaper raising chickens instead of just buying eggs at the grocery store? Most of us would agree that the cost of raising chickens is much higher. If you're watching this video, you realized it's time for your chickens to start paying their rent, so to speak. But selling your eggs at a roadside stand for just a few dollars a dozen isn't the way to go about it, and you probably won't even break even with how much it costs to take care of your chickens. I make over $100 a dozen from my eggs, making over $1,000 a month from just one breed of chicken. And I'm here to tell you exactly how I did it and how you can make that much and more from your backyard chickens. But before I share my secrets with you, I'd like to ask everyone watching to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Over 98% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed, so it would mean a lot to me if you could help me reach 1,000 subs. I'd also like to show you my newly published book, Feathers to Fortune, available on Amazon, a comprehensive guide to turning your passion for poultry into profit. So check out my book in the link in the description below. So how exactly do you make thousands from your chickens? The key is to sell eggs for hatching, opposed to eating. Stop eating your eggs. Sounds crazy, right? Well, it's not as crazy as you might think. Those eggs you collected this morning are like solid gold. Or at least, they can be. So how do you get started selling hatching fertile eggs? Whether you're raising chickens, ducks, quail, pheasants, or even all of the above, the first step is choosing what breeds you want to raise. You can always sell fertile eggs from your barnyard mixed flock, but the real money comes from purebred chickens with their own dedicated coops to prevent crossbreeding. Buyers who are serious about hatching eggs are typically not paying for random mixes. So if you want to charge higher prices and therefore gain higher profits, you need to treat your setup like a true breeding program, not just a backyard flock. The more in demand, desirable, or rare the breed, the more money you're bound to make. Some examples of high profit chicken breeds include Silkies, Ayam Cemani, Black Copper Marans, and Bress. Needless to say, whichever breed you choose, of the hundreds of breeds that are out there, you'll need to have a high-quality rooster housed with your hens to ensure eggs will be fertile. It would be a great idea to do some research on what breeds are currently trending and in high demand. After you've selected the breeds you're going to be working with, you need to make sure your setup is properly equipped to handle your new egg business. You don't need a massive operation just to get started. A simple and effective breeding setup is pretty straightforward. At the bare minimum, you'll want to have one rooster for every 8 to 10 hens, but make sure you're never housing multiple roosters together. Your coops and nesting boxes should be well maintained, clean, and predator-proof. Most importantly, you should have separate coops designated for the different breeds you're raising to ensure only purebred, quality chicks come from your eggs. It's also a good idea to keep up-to-date, detailed breeding records. Now that your birds are laying those golden eggs for you, you'll need to understand how to actually sell hatching eggs for optimal profit. Here can be where a lot of people start to feel overwhelmed. But with a bit of determination and time, your business is sure to thrive, and before you know it, you'll be shipping eggs across the country. A great way to sell your eggs is through local pickup. This can be achieved through word of mouth, Facebook, or even getting permission to hang up some flyers at your local feed store's bulletin board. In-person sales are a great way to make good profit from your business. However, in my personal experience, I've noticed that most of my egg sales come from online sales. You can use eBay, online animal classifieds, or even your own website. Remember that branding and marketing is a very important aspect to this step. You don't want to just be that guy or that girl or that person who sells some eggs on eBay. You want to form a clear, distinguishable, and unique brand that's easy for customers to recognize. That's a great way to ensure you have a lot more loyal customers who keep coming back for more eggs, spread good word about your business, and leave good reviews. The presentation of your products also matters a ton. In order to ensure you get a lot of sales, you need to make sure your customers love what they see when they first click on your links, your listings, or your website. The photos you take and post should be clean, professional, detailed, and organized. That means everything. Whether it's photos of your coops and your setups, photos of your birds, and especially photos of your eggs. Your setups should look professional and clean, your animals should look visibly healthy, and your eggs shouldn't be covered in mud or poop. That being said, your photos also shouldn't be deceptive, so avoid heavy uses of Photoshop. Once you've made a sale, you need to make sure your eggs are collected fresh every day, and especially collected fresh the morning of shipping, since viability rates drastically drop after 7 to 10 days from laying. Eggs should be stored and shipped pointy end down, that's upside down, in either cartons or custom-made styrofoam packaging. The absolute utmost care must be taken when you're packaging these eggs. You definitely don't want them jostling around, rolling around, or getting cracked in the package. Speaking of shipping, it's a great idea to choose USPS Priority 3-Day Shipping. No one wants to receive old eggs that have been bouncing around in transit for a week or longer. Encourage customers to leave a review after they receive their order. Good reviews are great. Bad reviews can hurt your sales. But no reviews at all makes your business look untrustworthy, and people will hesitate to make a purchase. However, selling your eggs is not just about taking the best photos, packaging your eggs well, and growing a list of loyal, happy customers. You also need to ensure you're following the law. In order to legally ship fertile eggs across state lines, you need to have your birds tested for infectious diseases and registered by a certified NPIP tester. You can find the contact information for your local NPIP tester at npip.org. Some states and counties might also have their own rules and regulations on selling and shipping fertile eggs, so be sure to do your own research on your area's specific poultry laws. Although this video doesn't discuss it, if you'd like to learn more about how to properly care for chickens, I do have another video that is a complete and comprehensive guide for raising and caring for chickens. I'll leave that link down below if you want to check it out. If you followed these essential steps, you're on the right track to making thousands from your chicken's eggs in no time. And if you want to learn a whole lot more about starting a successful and profitable hatchery, I wrote everything I've learned from running my own hatchery business in a published guidebook. The title is Feathers to Fortune, Starting a Profitable Poultry Breeding Business by, well, me. The knowledge in my new book is far more extensive than all I had time to discuss in this video, such as building breeding setups, pricing strategies, incubation timelines, raising chicks for sale, mistakes that can cost you a whole season of sales and how to correct them, attracting repeat customers, mastering your brand and marketing, and more. If you want to take the best step forward to success, I'll leave an Amazon link to my book in the description below. Thank you so much for supporting a young author. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment and let me know what breeds you're thinking of starting with, or any other questions you might have. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more videos like this dropping soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.